Welcome everybody. Good evening. My name is Derek Velasquez, your one-star platinum here with Evolution Travel. It is Monday, 6:33 Pacific Standard Time, January 22nd. Right now, I want everyone to type in the city and state you guys are chiming in from. I see Pittsburgh. I see San Jose. I see the fatherpreneur from Los Angeles. How's everyone doing? Jennifer, Missouri. Downington, PA. How's everyone doing? Janae from the Bay. How you doing, Janae? Texas, all the way from Texas. Cheryl, we got Lala from Fort Worth, Texas. How's everyone doing? Awesome. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day and even a better evening. We're going to jump right into the training today. If you guys were on, type in the chat box, yes. Hey, Annette, how you doing, Platinum from Union City, my hometown? Me and Isla grew up in Union City, California. Anyway, she threw me off. She got me excited. Hey, Ross from Sacramento. We're going to piggyback off of yesterday's training that the founder talked about and have someone that is going to actually train on this. She has many years of experience and knowledge in network marketing. I'm very proud of her for all of her accomplishments that she has done here in Evolution Travel. And not just that, she's been able to duplicate herself and has a thriving team, was able to promote 2 gold consultants. But she's going to give you the golden nuggets on this. She has done extensive training with million-dollar earners in the industry and that actually trained on this before when we first started in network marketing. So if you're brand new to Evolution Travel, I want to welcome you guys to our Platinum Dynasty webinar. Of course, this is Evolution Travel, so we are the We Movement. We believe in helping each and every one of you guys have success. And I'm going to bring on the line. Let me try to find her so I can unmute her. I'm going to bring online today our goal consultant. I like to call her Mama Blanche, okay? Blanche Domino Bailey.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you very much.
Awesome. How are you?
I'm just wonderful, just peachy. How's everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Awesome, I hope. You know, I'm just kind of excited about this topic because it always brings everything back full circle because a lot of times you have to relaunch your business to get back on track. And when I was thinking about what I was going to talk about last week, but this is not what I was going to talk about last week. And then after the founder had talking about, the memory jogger and, your business, and I said, okay, let me just start talking about relaunching your business. And so I thought about it and I said, okay, this is what I want to talk about because Archer always says that we are a travel company with a network marketing component. But that network marketing component has to vibe with travel, because we have to put the two together. If we don't put the two together, then Evolution Travel will not be successful. And we totally want Evolution Travel to be successful because that's what we're all about. So that was the one thing that I really wanted to talk about, even though you might be a builder or you might be a booker. A lot of times we need to relaunch our business. Because like over the holidays and, you're with your family and you take a break from your business because you're spending time with your family. And some of the times when that's over and, the kids, if you have children, they get back to school. And, sometimes we just lose months or just sometimes we just, kind of fall off for a while because, life happens. You have other things that come in your life and that takes priority over your business. Which it shouldn't, but sometimes it does. It's like I tell a lot of my agents, life just happens. So I just really want to talk about relaunching your business. And the first thing I want to talk about relaunching our business is just to relaunch it because initially when we first started this business, the business model was to be out of the dens and living rooms of our homes. So I think that's a great place where to start. Back into the dens and living rooms of our home, which we are more familiar with, and our friends and our family are more familiar with the dens and living rooms of our home. So then that way we can have more retention. So we can have, and plus it's duplicatable. I always say as an agent and as a leader, that a lot of times when we're in hotels or we're in different places that cost a lot of money, that's not duplicatable. And so sometimes our agents might think, well, wow, I have to do that. No, you don't, because our whole premise was out of the dens and living rooms of our home. So I'm back talking about relaunching the business. And the way you can relaunch your business is to start by promoting the $30 promo. Start launching it, saying that we got something else going on, and then just relaunch it. Start in the living room and be excited about it, and start it as it was day one when you first started the business. You know how happy you were and how excited you were about this business when you first started. Then do a relaunch and get that motivation and get that drive and get that passion back into doing your business. And sometimes people, leave the business. Sometimes people come back. Sometimes people relocate, like VKJ and Tiff. They relocated to Georgia. So they're definitely relaunching their business. So let's relaunch our business so we can get back on the path to where we can, have a lot going on with our business and then relaunching our business, we definitely create momentum. And that's what we want to do, is create momentum in our business. And so when I was thinking about what I wanted to say and how I wanted to format my call, I also thought about my personal development mentor, my favorite guy, guru guy that just sends me going all the time, and it's Jim Rohn. And Jim Rohn always say different things that just gets me. So he have this subject in his arsenal of good stuff that I listen to, and it's a parable about the sower. And it's a parable in the Bible about the sower and the birds. And I'm just going to read you a short excerpt about the parable of what it is, and then I'll break it down to where I feel like it relates to us. Okay? Then he told them many things, is the parable saying. A farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly, but because the soil was shallow, but when the sun came up, the plants were scorched and then withered because they had no root. Other seed fell amongst the thorn, which grew up and choked the plants. Still, other seeds fell on good soil, where it produced crop. 160 or 30 times it was sown. He who has ears, let him hear. And the reason why I wanted to read about this parable and talk about this parable, because I use it a lot when I'm talking to my agents, especially because a lot of agents that's not used to building their business, they get frustrated. And so I use this birds parable with them. Okay, so what happens when the birds, which is your prospects, don't come to your travel party or don't come to your travel mixer? You get upset, but you're not going to be chasing the birds into the field. You're just going to say, next. Who's the next person that I can try to talk to tell them about my travel business? And you go on. And you keep on sowing. Because if you stop sowing, that's going to put you back, way back. And then you leave that field of where you're sowing. So you don't want to chase the birds. And the birds is the prospects. You don't want to chase them. Let them go. And you just keep on going into the field and keep on doing it again. And just you'll have a little bit disappointment, but that comes along with the territory. And just like you say, the hot weather is going to get some. So maybe a person is in your organization and they drop out. So what? The next thing to do is keep on recruiting. So it goes on and on and on. So what we do is we discipline the disappointments, because you're going to have disappointments. And that's why I tell a lot of my agents, it's like, okay, it's going to happen. You're not going to stop people from dropping out. You're not going to stop people from maybe don't like you. You're not going to stop people from just having life. Life happens. But when life happens, you have to go back to square one and say, okay, these are the birds. And I can't chase the birds. You have to continue to sow your seeds in your field. And that's what makes you become very, very productive. when you discipline your disappointments. And the thorns are going to get some, and the fertile ground is going to get some. So the seeds fall on the ground, but you just got to keep on going. So that's why I tell a lot of my agents is that they get frustrated and they say that this is not going to work for me, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm not good at this. One of the things that I usually tell them that I go with the 30, 60, 100 rule. 100% of the people are not going to do 100% of the work. You might have 30% of the people do the work, or you might have 60% of the people do the work. Just allow the people, the agents, to do what they can do. Because 9 times out of 10, it's the 80-20 rule. It's only going to be 20% of the people that do 100% of the work anyway. So when you have an agent, just put them where they fit in. Don't get frustrated when, Sally don't be on the call, or when she don't, be at the meeting. You want them to be at the meeting. You want them to be on the call. You want them to be plugged in, because as a leader, if they are plugged in, then they will get all they're getting, and their business will thrive. But it don't work that way. It never works that way. So you have to be content just with what you get from your agent. If you have that one agent just want to do 30% of the work, all she want to do is print out flyers, or all she want to do is just come to certain functions, just let her do what she do, or let him do what he do. And then when their business is not flourishing, then you tell them, well, you remember, were you on the call? Did you go to the regional? Did you go to the national? No, you didn't. So that's why you're going to have 30% of the results or 60% of the results. When you go to the meetings, when you go to the regionals, when you stay plugged into calls, when you stay plugged into webinars, then you'll have 100% result. And then you can say, I did this because I was there. And one of the things that I know about this business, because I've been in this network marketing business for about 8 years. And if you really don't know, you don't know. So that's why I try to teach a lot of the agents that, it's the process. Just like Derek, just like Isla, just like me, for Felicia and Alicia, all of us are seasoned network marketers. Rosalind, we're all seasoned network marketers. So we've been from point A to point B. So we started from the bottom and we came to the top. But every process that we went through from company to company, we've learned a little more and more. When I left 5 Links, I did okay. When I went to Visalis, I did great, and I qualified for my BMW. I became a director there. And when I came to Evolution, I did even a little bit better. And that's just what happens. It's just the nature of the beast. So for you new agents, don't get frustrated, because this is what's going to happen. The birds are just going to get some. You're not going to be able to bring everybody into the organization, and everybody's not going to be able to do 100% of the work. And you're going to lose some through thorns. You're going to lose some through dry land. You're going to lose some through just whatever, just a normal progression. You're going to lose agents. But the most important thing that I can tell the new agents is that keep people in the hopper. Just continue to recruit. Continue to recruit. Because as a network marketer, I know that every 21 days, people's circumstances change. So you might have talked to a person, a prospect last month that said, man, girl, please, I ain't got time for that. I love it. I love the travel. I love this, all of everything, time for it. And then 30 days later, she got laid off, or she got a divorce. Life. So don't give up on them until they tell you, just leave me alone about that freaking travel business. Until they tell you no, continue to pursue them. Because just like I say, things change in people's lives, that they make a turnaround and say, you know what? That business you know what? That business you told me about 6 months ago? I think I'm going to give it a try. Exciting things important not
Hey, I think we lost Blanche. Did we lose Blanche? Let me see if I can find her real quick. We did lose her. Okay, we'll let her chime back in. I'm trying to unmute you, Blanche, but it's not letting me. So I think it might be your internet connection, possibly. But yeah, she was definitely going in. Blanche, log off and then text me once you're back on. Because right now it's not. It just says that you're there, but no, there she goes. So she probably logged off. But yes, Jim Rohn is someone that was my mentor and still is to this day. Was definitely one of the first people that I've ever listened to as far as personal development. If you guys aren't familiar with Jim Rohn, he is definitely someone too. I just typed his name in the chat box. Go on YouTube. You can get some free audio. And he is definitely one of the godfathers of just personal development. He has great stories. And, as Blanche was sharing, he has that great story that he was sharing with you all. And he really, like a lot of his stuff that he said back in the days, it still is relevant to this day. So here you go. I see Blanche there. Hold on, Blanche.
Oh, Derek?
There you go. Now we got you. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. I was just talking.
No worries, you got it. You were going. Everyone was loving it. Go ahead.
Okay, so what was the last thing you guys heard about? Are you there, Derek?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I just unmuted myself. You were just talking about the birds.
Oh, okay. So I mean, how far did I get into it? Did you guys hear about where did I leave off? I'm just talking and I didn't even know that I was not connected.
The parable. There you go. Thank you, Felicia.
The parable. That far?
Things change in people's lives.
Okay. Thank you, Lala. Things change in people's lives, and so a lot of times, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen, and so you have to keep on pushing and doing what you do. So did I talk about? I hate when I get off like that. I'm just so off.
Every 21 days. I think that's what you were talking. Oh, don't stop pursuing.
Don't stop pursuing. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Janae. Just don't stop pursuing a person just because they give up right now. Just like I say, sometimes the person have a tendency to have things going on in their life, and they can't do it right now. And then they might not want to do it right now, but for whatever reason. But you have to continue to pursue them because, as you guys know, so many times that you tried to pursue a person and they weren't ready, but now they're ready. So that's why I'm saying just don't stop. Just continue to try to pursue them. Just don't stop. Just continue to try to pursue them. Yeah.
You got two of them. I think you got another one out.
I'm going to get it off now. Yeah, just continue to pursue them. And don't get frustrated because it's just the name of the game. The birds are going to get some. Everybody's not going to join your team. Everybody's not going to be productive in your team. Everybody's not going to be a team player, it's always going to be stuff going on. It's always going to be drama. It's always going to be a lot of stuff, but you just can't. And that's where these personal development courses come in. You know, find one that you like. You know, just like I said, mine is Jim Rohn, because I'm old school, and he's just been my mentor, my personal development coach for a long time, and I love him. I love what he stands for. But find somebody that you like, and just understand, because I really believe that with personal development, it'll help you with the hurdles that you have in your business, because you'll understand that this is just the way it's going to go, or this is just the way it's supposed to go. But you don't know that until you go through that progression like we've been as network marketers. So that's why I like to tell a lot of the agents, just hang in there, and just, I understand how you feel, but that's okay, because this is going to happen anyway. You're going to have people drop out. You're going to have people that want to move. You're going to have people that, they're just people. And one of the things that my mentors say, Derek, and you know who this is, he always say people are trips. And, and people are, because they just do what they want to do, and, they just do. So, and that's kind of what I wanted to say about recruiting and bringing people into the business, and not getting frustrated with the outcome of what you do and how you do it. Just continue to keep on putting people in the hopper, keep on pursuing, doing your business. And it doesn't matter if you're a booker, or it doesn't matter if you're a builder, because both components, like I said, makes up evolution. And that's how I feel. I feel like both components makes up evolution. So just do what you do, and just reach out to the leadership. And one of the things that I really like about our company, as David has created a culture that we can use anybody as our leader if we want. We can go to whoever helps us and makes us feel good about helping them. Sometimes people say, well, I don't want to go to this person because they're this way, or I don't want to go to this person because they're that way. With our organization, everybody will help you, because we all are in it for one goal, because all our money goes into one pot, and that's the profit sharing pot. So it will behoove a leader like myself to help somebody that's not in my direct organization, because the money is going to go into the pot, and we're going to all reap the same benefit. So that's why I really wanted to say, just don't get frustrated in trying to recruit people, because just keep on going, keep on putting people in the hopper, so then that way you'll see it start coming down. It's just like all of a sudden people will start just coming into your business, and you say, dang, that person I recruited, that person I talked to about 2 months ago, now all of a sudden that person is trying to, get into my organization. And then a lot of times it's about your growth. It's about your growth. It's about how you have grown as a person in the business. And they see it. They see what you're posting on Facebook. They see how you're taking trips. They see how you're posturing. And they say, dang, I didn't know she's doing it like that. Well, maybe I might want to come in. You coming in as an agent, and now all of a sudden you're silver, and you're progressing from a bronze to a silver to a gold. And then, you have your eyes on platinum, and that person's like, wow, maybe I better get in on this. And so that's how it works. You just keep on doing you, keep on recruiting people, keep on, investing in yourself, continuing your personal development, continue to go to the meetings, continue to go to the everything that we have, the nationals. Because if you have never, let me say this, you guys, and I'm real serious about this. If you have never been to a national, you have got to go to the national. It's real, real important. When I got into this business, when I got into evolution, I was in evolution 2 weeks. And you guys know I'm old school. I'm trying to make it on my little disability check. I ain't got no money like that, And then I had some purses in my closet worth $2,000. And I don't even think that I told this story to many people. I had a purse in my closet that was worth $2,000 because I owned a salon, and you know how people bring you stuff. And I just would buy up stuff because I know eventually I would sell it. Well, I had this purse that was worth $2,000, and I put the purse on eBay because the purse was still $2,000 in the store. And I got like $1,200. And so that got me to my first national with Evolution. And I wouldn't have traded for the world. I wouldn't have traded missing that first. It was our first national convention. I wouldn't have traded missing that for the world, and it was worth every penny that I spent on getting to the national. That's just how serious it is for you guys to get to the nationals. For the ones that's never been to a national, you need to save your pennies. You need to do whatever you need to do to get there, because it will change your life. And when I got promoted to gold, and I was on that stage, and I told the whole Evolution family that when I come back, we bringing back a whole bunch of golds and a whole bunch of silvers and a whole bunch of people getting promoted. And I mean that. And now we got 2 golds getting ready to get promoted. We have a host of silvers getting ready to get promoted, because that's just what I do. And when you have an organization, you have to make sure that you nurture an organization. You know, you guys, anybody that know me, y'all know this is what I say. You have to be with that person. It's one thing to bring a person in the organization and just let them go, but it's just like a baby, you guys. If anybody know anything about raising children, you can't just bring a person in the organization and just leave them there. You got to constantly check on them. You got to constantly look at them and make sure they're doing okay, because they wobbling. They're wobbling in the business because they're so overwhelmed anyway. So they get frustrated because there's just so much to do, and you just got to hold their hand. And you got to just hold their hand and make it so they understand that they got you by their side. And that's what it's all about. And that's the way I have built my organizations ever since I've been in network marketing. If anybody that know me, they know I won't let you go. I won't let you go until you're totally successful, if that's what you want. And my team can tell you, I'm on them like white on rice. If they want to be successful, I'm there for you. And if you're not in my team and you're not in my organization, if you want me to show you how to get to the next position, I'm here for you. Just call me. But we all got to get there together. So this is what I want, that I want to pray on, the Platinum Dynasty be the biggest organization in the national like we was last year. We got to keep up our reputation. So whatever we have to do to make sure we all get to the nationals, that's what we got to do. So we must put our heads together, and we need to get it done, because you cannot miss the national. You have to miss the national. You cannot miss the national. So with that being said, I still got the other part that I want to talk about as far as the memory jogging. Y'all know I can talk. So Derek, you're going to have to stop me when it's time to get off.
You got about 20 minutes left, so we could put up the jogger.
Okay, so put up the jogger.
Okay, awesome. I got you. Hold on one second. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Okay, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, just so you guys know, if you guys don't know, okay, this is how you could find the jogger. There's 2 ways. You can go into the Evolution Travel Group page, right? There's a search bar right here. Just type in David McCovey. And his name will pop up, right? And you'll see it right here. You'll always, if you want to search someone or anybody's name, and you could look at their trainings or whatever they posted here, and you just click on it right here. So click on his name, you'll find that.
Sorry about that. I had that thing on there.
Also, if you can find it that way, that's one way. Or if you're not subscribed to networkmarketingpro.com, that's definitely another outlet that I definitely highly, both of us, me and Blanche, definitely highly suggest all of you guys jump on networkmarketingpro.com. You can sign up for his emails. He does a lot of trainings. And I'll let you take it away, Blanche. Here it goes. You can see my screen, right? The
Oh,
job.
I can see your screen. I had just took off my little piece of paper that I had on my camera. I forgot I had it on here. Because, y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist. I ain't trying to have nobody look at me. So, yeah, this is the ultimate memory jogger. And a founder wanted us to use this because this is one of the tools that we used way back in the day when we first got started to jog our memory. And what it's all about is just trying to find everybody that you know, anybody that you know, that you can put on your jogger. So you can kind of scroll down a little bit through all that. And this just tells you different ways. It gives you different ways that you can find your people, different professionals, and it just tells you can scroll a little bit up a little bit more, just kind of scroll up a little bit more. And it just gives you ideas of how do you find your people. And then with this, it gives you a list of people in which to pull from. So when you first get into the business or when you're first looking for people, you don't really think about, wow, where am I going to get my people from? And how do I make my list? So you start with your master list. The master list is of everybody that you can think of. And this is what we were told. You start with your master list and you start with everybody that you can think of. And then write it down. Okay? And then you're going to have another list that's going to be your red list, your blue list, and all the different lists that you have. And then you're going to compile your list. And so what you do is, just like here it is right here, it's the hot candidate list, the lead with product list, the direct approach list. So you have different approaches, and you're going to have your chicken list. So if anybody know what chicken list is the list that you use when you just really want to approach somebody and you is scared and you just, I can't do it. I just can't do it. And you keep that person on your list because eventually, once you go through the numbers, your chicken list is going to be easier for you to get to. So members of your family, like to have your mother, your father, your children, sisters and brothers, those are lists, your close friends and associates. And when you have a list to jog from that will jog your memory, it's like, oh yeah, that's right. My daughter did have the piano lesson. I did know her teacher or a singing class or sculpting class. Or, wow, I do have a list. My hairdresser, the person who showed me my life insurance. Oh, my dentist. I didn't think about my dentist. So there's so many people, there's so many things on this list that you can jog from. You can say, wow, all these people I didn't even think about. I forgot my son is in soccer. I forgot his soccer team, the soccer moms, or, they have, meetings and the calls and stuff that we can, my florist, I forgot about my florist, or I forgot about my UPS man, my mailman. So this list is a memory jogger, just to jog your memory of everybody that you can think of. And then you start compiling your list. And you go down and you compile your list. And if you scroll down a little bit, they even have, you see how many is in here, guys? It's endless. It's endless. But if you don't think about it, you really don't know. Your friends of your friends, who sold my house, my boat, my business cards, who don't like their jobs, who have children in college, who need money, who just got married, and then you just use that list for that. And even if you're in a small town, even if you're in a small town, you're still you're still doing business with people. It doesn't matter the size of the town. You still have the connections with all these people, be it a small town or large town. Look at all this. Chiropractor, cook, dermatologist, jeweler, kitchen renovator, promoter. So you still have your list, and this list have helped me from day one, Derek. In 5 Lanes, we had the list. And one of the things about our list, you never throw away your list. This is all the people, you have people in different states. Oh, what about my uncle in Louisiana? What about my being here? And Janae, just like you said, your referrals. You got your referrals from your dentist. You have referrals from your people. Don't hesitate on asking your dentist for referrals. Don't hesitate asking your tutor for referrals or your gardener, because everybody can refer you to somebody. So this list is endless. And who do you know in another state? Look at all these states. Okay? So once you compile that list, then you keep that list. You might have 3 lists. You might have your hot list. You might have your family list, and you might have your chicken list. But never throw away your list. And initially, when I first got started, I used to throw my list away. It's like, why? Then I have to compile another list. I don't care if you had a list 2 years ago. If that person didn't say no, they didn't want to join your business, then you keep them on the list. And you go back and you reactivate that. Go back and reactivate that list. There might be somebody on that list that might say yeah. And one of the things on this list, the list is kind of on this form, is kind of upside down. So I'll go over the list for you guys. On the list is the name of the person. How did I know this person? Did this person come from me from a friend, a phone call, Facebook, or etc.? The phone number or the email of that person, the date of contact for that person, the comments about them. Oh, that person is very interested. That person is a 7. That person is a 2. That person is, whatever you can think about that person when you first met that contact with them, what's going to jog you as to remember about that person. Oh, that person just got married. Okay, I need to jot that down. So my next exposure, I'm going to ask that person, hi, Cindy, how you doing? I know you just got married last week or last month. How's that going? So you can remember a little thing about that person, because that's very, very important. Remembering about that person. And another thing, let me just kind of back up, you guys. Yeah, I had a salon for 35 years. So it's very, very important for me to, when my customers came into the salon, I know who they were. I know when they had their birthdays. I know when they had their anniversaries. I know when their mama died. I know when their daddy died. I knew everything about my client. That's why I was able to build a business that was so successful over 35 years. I gave them birthday cards. I gave them wedding cards. I stayed connected. And that's the same thing you can do even just with your list. Just stay connected. And then your next exposure, you show them the video. And then you call them, and then that next time, the next exposure, you can call them and say, well, hi, Cindy, you looked at the video. What did you like about it? And then they say, oh, I loved it. I want to get started now. And then their next result is signing them up to the business. Signing them into the business. But this memory jogger helped me a lot, and it helped me build my business. So we used to use these too. And I don't know why we have so many of the same ones on the same thing, but we have enough pages so we can have list after list after list. So Derek, I think I am going to give it back to you. I think I am finished. I don't have too much more to say. I just want to make sure everybody gets to that national. And I just want to make sure, you guys don't be frustrated when you're building your organization or when you're relaunching it. Oh, let me just tell you guys one thing too. And with our organization, Felicia and Alicia and myself and a lot of the leaders in our San Jose organization, we decided that we were going to do a relaunch because we felt like it was necessary. So we're going to do a relaunch, and we're going to have a Mardi Gras theme. So we're going to have all kind of Mardi Gras goodies when we do a relaunch, when we do a mixer. I've already contacted some of the BDMs, and we got collateral coming, all kind of gifts, all kind of books, magazines, all kind of good goodies. And so that's a good relaunch. And remember, you guys can also contact all of the suppliers, have them send you magazines, have them send you collateral, have them send you giveaways. And then you can relaunch your business as well, the same way we are relaunching our business. And so we can all do the same thing. So is it a general consensus with you guys? Is 40, how many people is on here? 45 participants? Is it a general consensus that we're going to relaunch our business? Type in the chat room. Are we going to relaunch our business for 2018? So are we going to have a mega relaunch with our Platinum Dynasty organization and the other ones that's listening?
The whole entire
Okay.
Evolution Travel relaunch.
Yeah, and these are some of the words that you say when you talk to the prospects about the list. Make an invitation and do it. Just all the information is here. But I want to see in the chat box. I want to see how many people is dedicated to relaunching their business in 2018. And so when we go to that national in June, when we have that momentum going, and Platinum Dynasty is the largest organization around, that's what I want to see. Because we did it last year and we're going to do it again. We had golds coming out of our organization. We had silvers coming out of our organization, and it's awesome. So don't miss it. Get you a credit card, get you a a debit card, get your money together, because I'm not trying to hear nobody say, well, I'm not going because I don't have the money. It's what, January to June. We have time. I am done, Derek.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Blanche. Everyone give a clap in the chat box for an amazing training from Blanche Domino Bailey, our Go consultant. You can see she is fired up, ready to relaunch her business. Let me see. We got about probably 6 minutes. Is there any questions that anyone would like to ask in the chat box? If you guys want any to ask Blanche any questions, go ahead and type it in the chat box. And we can ask her anything, whatever it may be. She touched on a lot of things there, and a lot of the stuff that she talked about was through experience. So if you're brand new to the business, just know that you're going to go through a lot of different things, a lot of different emotions. One thing that I learned definitely is that this business will be an emotional roller coaster. Okay, it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. Some days you're going to want to quit. Some days you're going to want to think that, is this even for me? Some days you're going to think that, hey, I'm doing so great. This is what I want to do. It's an emotional roller coaster. One thing you got to do is keep it as even keel as possible. Okay, what I mean by that is don't let your highs get too high and don't let your lows get too low. So if someone comes into the business and they tell you, oh, I'm going to bring over 1,000 people and this and that, and I'm going to book so much travel, you're going to get so much money on that 10%, I'm going to hook you up and all this and that, awesome. I love it, right? You have to say awesome, commend them, yes, okay, awesome. But what we know, okay, as far as if you've been in this business, me and I've been in this business for a little over 5 years now, that I get excited about action and production. So if I see it, the actual travel booking, the commission tracker sent, I'm excited. I'm super excited, uberly excited, right? Especially if they have a $10,000 commission check coming in and 10% is yours, right? You'll be super excited. But get excited about action, about production, right? Don't get excited by words, because people could say a bunch of stuff but not follow through with a lot of things, okay? Can you do a three-way, Andrea, tomorrow with me and my fiance? She wants to join us next week. Awesome. So she's ready to do a three-way. You guys know that you want to reach out. That is the system right there. You do not have to close your guest. Okay? Let someone else that's been in the business, that has, made some money. They're a silver, they're a gold, they're a platinum, they're a one-star platinum, whatever it is, but just get out the way. That's the best thing. So I'm excited that Chris is definitely using someone to do a three-way for him, because that's the system right there. You show the video, and then after that, you get a three-way call. Okay. Question: are you doing a virtual travel party tomorrow night? Tomorrow night is not virtual travel party. It's only tonight for guests. Tomorrow will be the One-Star Collective training, so that's only for agents. But there will be a training tomorrow. Virtual travel party is tonight, only on Mondays. That me and Isla do, and then Wednesday we have also virtual travel parties on Wednesdays. So no, to answer your question, Alicia, not tomorrow. There's a training tomorrow, though, the One Star Collective tomorrow. Any other questions you guys have? Just to piggyback, where are we with signing up international partners? International is always going to be, something that depending on where we're going to or what country it is, as we know, each country has different laws and different things that we got to do. So we just have to find a leader out there. And really, once it starts building, or once we get some activity going there, if we could get a group of partners there or a group of agents in whatever certain country it is, then maybe we could take a look at it. But I know that it takes a lot of time and money personally. With like going to the Philippines, we spent a lot of money out there, a lot of money, thousands and thousands of dollars, spent our time out there, sacrificed, weeks at a time for me being over there away from my family, in a whole nother country, as well as Simon Del Rosario, we were out there, and, the leaders there, they weren't who we thought they were. So, we had to shut it down. It just didn't make sense anymore. So, for me personally, and I really preach this to everybody, in the future, I believe that we can get there. But right now, I think that we have a lot of work to do in the United States. So that's always going to be when you guys talk to me about international or different countries, I'm not saying that I'm negative towards it, but I just know that it's going to be a long, long, long journey to get the people there, because you have to go and get with the government. You have to find out what their laws are. You got to find out if they have tourism fees. You have to find out if Rohn could go step into there, and you have Kwame over there. See, he's from Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, we have agents in Trinidad, and, they've been able to do some stuff, but they, with other countries, they don't have all the access that we have. So it's kind of hard for them to really benefit the way that we do, if that makes sense. They don't have discount directory. They can't book cruises directly through Carnival Cruise Line. They can't call Royal Caribbean, so there's so many different things that they won't have access to because they're in another country. So I know that I always get questions and people in my inbox about different countries, and I always will say the same thing. For right now, we're in year 3, approaching year 3. And I just say there's so many people that we can still help here in the United States. There's millions and millions of people in the United States. Focus here and let them get the same access that we have. Yes, I would say Celia, and congratulations. Let's give a huge clap for Celia Crittenden Page, all the way from Florida. She just hit the rank of Silver Consultant today. So congratulations to you, and congratulations on your 20% in the residual profit pool. But yes, Celia, I would say personally, unless you hear Ron or David say anything about another country, that's what I would go off. But if anyone tries to hit you up from Africa or any of these other countries, it's just a long a long process that we have to go through on everything I just said. So definitely stay here in the soil of United States, because we know how great of value that we can give to someone for $30, and they're going to be able to save that just on getting discount directory prices for their dinner, right? Or movie tickets. They could get value saving from that alone. So it's hard to show someone from another country what we have and why they can't get that, right? And we have to explain it, why the different countries. And Canada, we have a lot of people in Canada that want to be in Evolution Travel, but we can't. They want us to set up an office in Canada. Someone has to stay there in Canada. They have to be open. It has to be a regular business that's open. That's just like the Philippines, from 9 to 5. Someone has to stay there. So that means you have to pay employees to be there, so it's just so different. It's just definitely so different. They have them still open. And the thing is, I believe why they're not taking them down is because they can still take advantage of people that they may know in the U.S., or they may know someone that wants to get involved in the residual income side. So it's kind of like, it's like we don't take it down because there's still people that can take advantage of the building side. They just don't get all of the accessibility as we do, as far as booking wise, if that makes sense. So, you know, and I guess it's not so many different people out there that where, you know, we could block it, but yeah. That's where we're at with that right now. But you know, stay tuned. You know, I know that we're growing. Rohn is definitely you know, doing his part to making sure that we could try to get in these certain countries, as well as David. They just want to make sure that it'll be worth it, and that we have to have a good group, a good amount of people in that market, whatever country it is. You know, if we get 100 people in a certain country, then we have some things to talk about. Then we can, you know, send Rohn out that way. Rohn and David could fly out to whatever country because we have a good amount of people there. If we have a gold or a platinum in another country, you know, then that's worth some time to take a look at, and they can spend some time and money into that. So I think until then, definitely focus on the United States for sure. Right, and that's a big one too, Felicia, is the time difference. When I was doing webinars for the Philippines, you know, it was uh, early morning here would be their evening, so like 4 or 5 a.m. here in California, it would be 7 p.m. over there in the Philippines. So you know, it's just a different beast. But be ready for it because you know it's the future for sure. That's something that we're definitely want to do. Is there any other questions before we close out and jump off of here so we could jump onto our virtual travel party to invite all of your guests on? Again, everyone give a clap for Gold Consultant Blanche Domino Bailey. Again, congratulations, Celia, on your silver consultant rank up. We definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you're brand new, yes, this is definitely recorded, Z982. I will upload it and post it in the page as well. Okay, Ray. I said Z982. That's what I call you. But I will post it in the Platinum Dynasty page and as well as the Evolution Travel page. I'll upload it and then we'll go from there. So thank you guys for all of your time. We're going to log off here. If you guys want to join us and learn the presentation, that's definitely one thing that you definitely want to learn is how to present this opportunity to people. Once you could do that, your paycheck will go up. I promise you, because you'll be more confident and you'll know the information. So jump off of here. Same Zoom.us. Meeting ID number is 925-640-6165. Okay. Switch this number that we're currently on. Put this meeting ID number on. You'll be able to get your one-star platinums. I and myself do the presentation, get your guest on there, and also if you don't have any guests, it's okay. Get on there. It still shows great on the participants, on the attendance, and also you get to learn. This is something that you have to really listen to. It's like your favorite song, right? Or it's just like a song playing over and over again. Eventually, you're going to understand the language, and it's going to be embedded into your brain. You're going to, you know, get the language. You're going to start to say the same things that we say. And, you know, jump on there. Thank you guys so much. This is your one-star platinum, Derek Velasquez. I'll see you guys on the beaches of the world, definitely at the bank. Good night.